Right, first download this one, these two packages, and import this one. You download this. Already you would have downloaded, but you need to specify your folder name. Okay, not my folder name. You need to specify your folder name. And this one, type loan df is a data frame. Okay, once we view, so I don't want to see all the records. I just want to see the top two records, head of two. Fine. So இப்போ பார்த்தோன்னா let us see now if a loan amount கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா 389 வருது. sum கொடுத்தனா I want to sum all the values in a loan amount. If I give only one sum, what is happening? 389 வருது. dot sum இன்னொரு sum கொடுத்தாலும் அதுதான். So one time is enough to find out the total values of your loan amount. This is one command, just remember it. Anyhow, it is nowhere relevant to our first assignment question. So what we need to do is we need to check NAN, right? So first of all we need to see if this is possible. First of all we will see what is train.count.maximum or minimum. Or option update try panna vediyadha. So here I have given loan df, but in your case it is a train. If you have given the data frame name as train, you need to use that data frame, not this one. So train poitu sorry inga loan df illa ennoda case la loan df dot count, right? So count and கொடுத்தனா என்ன வரும்? So each column la how many number of non missing values are there. It is not it is ignoring the missing values. Okay, missing values. Count will give you the total number of not null values in each column. அவ்வளவுதான். இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மேக்ஸ் டாட் மேக்ஸிமம் கொடுத்தா இது மேக்ஸிமம் இருக்கோ அதுதான் வரும் இல்லையா? அப்போ 5 கஸ்டமர் ஐடி 5 இருக்குது. மேக்ஸிமம் ஒரு கமாண்ட் இருக்கா? இல்லை, மேக்ஸிமம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை, மேக்ஸ் தான் இருக்குது. ஸோ அந்த ஃபஸ்ட்டு கொஷன் வந்து இட் வில் நாட் ஒர்க். இங்கே வந்து மேக்ஸிமம் கொடுத்துருக்கான். ஹென்ஸ் சின்டாக்ஸ் மிஸ்டேக். ஆப்வியஸ்லி வி வில் ஹாவ் டு ரூல் அவுட் திஸ் ஒன். சரி, ரைட், அட்லீஸ்ட் வி லேர்ன்ட், ரைட்? ஸோ வி வாண்டட் டு செக் what is the maximum number of non-null values. 5 இருக்கு, ரைட்? அதை வச்சு பார்த்துக்கலாம். ஃபைன். So you are familiar with that command now. So the next one is, you know what is count. Count will give you column wise total number of non-null values. Okay, and then loan df simple அப்படியே பண்ணி போனால் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. Loan df dot loan amount, right? So loan amount is equivalent to NAN. If you give NAN, okay, he is saying that you need to use this one, dot sum. Dot sum okay. NAN missing value அப்படிங்க. NAN is not defined, right? So there is no variable called NAN is available. NAN is nothing but a null value, right? So null value, it is not a variable, or it is not a literal. Okay, so அதனால வந்து you cannot use NAN in the equal sign, right? So double equals, and you cannot compare this one. So what this option is, we can ignore it. What we will do is loan amount. One second. இதில் is NAN ஏதோ ஒன்று இருந்தது. is
yes sir, this is null is working fine.
Is null will work. Is null will give you this one, right? So இங்கே கொடுத்துட்டோன்னா sum கொடுத்தோன்னா இது ஒர்க் ஆகும், right? So loan df அப்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இங்கே வந்து see, we can try this way also. Column data frame name dot column name dot is null dot sum. So this is what will come to our mind first. But here it is different, bit different. What he says is data frame name dot is null அப்படின்னு கொடுக்குறோம். So data frame name dot is null dot loan amount dot sum. So loan amount column, we have 3 missing values. Where is loan amount? 1, 2, 3, right? Correct. So 1, 3 missing values, sir. So we have 2 options to check missing values. With this we are able to understand that way. But which one is better? Column, see, you can directly give the column name dot is null sum instead of checking the entire data frame, and within that you select the missing values in the entire data frame and then give the column name dot sum. it is not, it's kind of a roundabout way, right? So better you can give directly like this, but this option is unfortunately it is not there here. We have this one. Instead of loan df, you just think it's a train. Data frame is train dot is null function dot. Oh, இங்கே sum கொடுத்திருக்கானா dot sum. Okay, dot sum. See, this option is also working. We have three different approaches are available. Loan df is null sum. The sum will give you the total number of missing values in each column, right? If you wanted to see the total number of non-missing values, which one you will be using it? Count. Count will give you the non-null missing values, right? Not null values, how many number of not null values are there? How many number of missing values are there column wise? Is null dot sum you can give. You can use this way. That is what is. So here, I don't want to see everything, but I want to see only loan amount. Dot loan amount you can give. It will just show the amount. So here, instead of doing the is null dot sum for the entire data frame, do it only for the at the column level. This is the best way, right? Or if you want to see everything, but usually we check this way only. Okay, data frame, in the data frame, which all columns have missing values. That is what we check it. But here, this is what the solution. And here, loan dot loan amount if you give, this specific column, how many number of missing values are, that is what you can say. That, so the answer is C here. Next one is assignment 2. This is the same data set, and you need to create data frame, name new data frame which contains rows which have a non-missing values from the variable credit history in our data frame. So how will you see here? You have one missing value, right? You need to exclude this record, and rest of the records you need to store it in a new data frame. How can you do this one? Exclude the record which has the missing values. We have something called tilde option is available to exclude the data set or some subset of the data. You can exclude it with the help of this tilde. But you have two options are available, right? So, and again you have isNA is also available. isNA, this is what I was trying to check it out. Look here, and I want to check here. Say loan df dot loan. This is another way of checking isNA. This is right. So dot sum function you can give it. See, this is another way. We have overall 4 options are available to check the missing values. Okay, isNA is also available. Is null is also available. Okay, but is null is the one most of them are using it. And don't ask me why not isNA, why is null. Is null is more robust than isNA. Okay, so now I want to exclude all the missing values, but isNA gives me the records which has a missing value, but our intention is not subsetting the records which has missing values. Our intention, we want to exclude the record which has the missing value. Hence we are left with only 2 options, A and C. But of these 2, which one is better? See, NA, right? So there is a is underscore NA. Is underscore, we don't have any command like isNA, is underscore NA. IsNA is a function that is available, but this is also wrong. Hence we are left with only this one. So the answer is A here. Okay, we will try this one also with this. Frame is equivalent to loan underscore df square bracket. So this is the tilde. Okay, I guess all of you are familiar with tilde, right? In your keyboard, next to 1, on the right side of 1, letter 1, right? So you will find the tilde, and yeah, your loan df dot credit limit, right? Credit history. Okay, here credit history dot is null. So apart from exclude except the record which has missing values based on the condition of this. One second, let me just check new underscore data frame. Oh, already it would have gone, right? So now it will not show anything because yeah, it shows, right? So 0, the row index value 0, 1, 3, 5 is available. if you compare with this one, right, 0 1 3 5, so this credit history has two columns, right, two records. It has a missing value, index row index value 2 and row index value 4. It should exclude that one. Yeah, 2 and 4 got excluded successfully. This is how you can exclude the records which has a missing value. See, this is based on a specific column. So what does it say? See, the question is, why can't it be loan df dot is null? Why it is credit history? Why credit history? Why can't be other column? Because this is the important column. Even if I have a missing value in other column, I can manage. But credit history is very important. If the credit history is missing, then I don't need the entire record itself. You have some rule, okay? When you go back to the customer says, or the customer gave you the data and they tell you explicitly, okay, very clearly they tell you, hey, you can have missing values, you can do data imputation, but credit history you cannot do any data imputation. If you find any missing value in the credit history, you remove the entire record. We are okay with that. So in that case, so what we are doing is we are finding the records which has a missing value in the credit history column, and we are excluding that, because having a record which has a credit history missing value in the credit history does not helpful. No, it is not helpful. Hence, I need to. So the answer is the first one, A. Fine. The next one is assignment 3. For this you need to use EX12. Yeah, same thing, right? Credit history. In the data set above, you can see row with as a very little information. That is, most of the variables are missing. To filter out these rows, as they would create problems on noise. So apart from this, we have something. Most of the records, right? If you find it a missing value in any of the rows, better you can remove it. Right? If you have a requirement, in that case, let's say you have another customer. They says, okay, hey, you can have. If you find more columns as missing values in any of the record, you remove them. If a row, and also he says, right, if a row contains more than 5 missing values, you need to decide to drop them. More than 5 missing values. Okay. So here, let us take a look at this. Which column has more than 5 missing values? Look at here. Let's go back to this data set. Look here. This is more than 5 records, right? More than 5 columns has the missing values. Blank record. We have a blank record, and also we will see if there are any other columns which has other columns. We have only only 2 columns have the missing values. Okay, so in that case, to answer to this, what is the answer here? Can I use any or all? Can someone tell me what is the difference between any or all?
The all means will check all the elements in the particular row will be any or not. I mean, I can drop the
blank records, right? All is nothing but a blank record.
Okay. Yes. Any means so if I mention how means any, and I mention threshold as 5. So 5 non-missing value I should have minimum. So that's in the particular row, in any of the particular row. If there is no non-missing value 5, so that row will be considered as
very good. So now we have 2 answers that are matching to this question. Which one is the correct answer? See, here also axis equal to half equal to any, thresh equal to 5. But here he has given shape 1 minus 5. Now, in the interest of others, right, what I am going to do is, what is shape will give rows and columns. How many number of records are there in the data set? Loan df dot shape. If I give shape, it will give me the rows and columns, right? So this is row and this. If I give square bracket and 0, it will give only the number of rows. I just want to take only the number of rows. You can take it that way also. Number of columns, you can do it this way. Right? Instead of odd coding it, we are using the shape, right? Shape function. So you are not supposed to hard code it. Hard coding is the bad practice. Try to avoid the hard coding as less as possible. Okay, minimize the hard coding. So there are situations, yes, you have to do it. You don't have any other way, then okay. But try to avoid avoid the hard coding thing. So here we can look here, how many number of columns we got it here? Shape of 1 gave me 11 columns, right? 11 minus 5, how much? 6. So here 6 we are getting it. Here we are, we mentioned 5. Of these two, which one is working? Let us, test it out here. Okay. What I am going to do is I am going to say this one as exercise number 3 or assignment 3. So we have a drop NA function, and even in the is null I mentioned about the assignment, right? See, don't take it lightly. Okay, so though it appears simple, when it comes to machine learning implementation, we have to use everything. There is an option called thresh, load underscore df dot shape 1-5. We'll see what this one is doing it. Sorry, here loan underscore df, right? So so loan df is not defined. Why?
Any has to be there.
Sorry, here load, I mentioned wrongly, load. Fine. So how many? See here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Record 4 is missing. Record 4, we have the blank values, right? NAN. So here, fine. So what we will do is we will try the other option. Let us try with other option. We will see which option works well. Here I am going to say simply drop NA. I am going to remove shape, GIF and all. Okay. So here I say simply I am going to hard code it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, right? So both of them are working. Axis equal to 0, how equal to all, and axis equal to 0. What is axis equal to 0? What is that?
Row wise.
Excellent, right? So if you wanted to delete the record column wise, axis equal to 1. Okay, and especially in the drop NA, we have axis equal to 0. We have two values, 0 and 1. So we discussed as part of join operation also, right? In the case of join, concat, in the concat, axis equal to 0, if you use it, row wise it does the concatenation. If it is 1, column wise it does the concatenation. So in this case, how equal to all, both of them 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 record index values, right? Both of them return the same value. But what is the best way? We are not supposed to do hard coding, and this is the correct answer, right? So because see here, I did not do equal to 5. I did not give 5. Instead, I specify number of columns, total number of columns minus 5, right? So that is how we need to do it, given this condition. Okay, next one is assignment 4. I think for this 21 irka item fact. Let me just check item fact. Yeah, it is there. This is the one ex21 dot. I don't know if this. Yeah, it is there. This data set already I downloaded it. It is already there. Okay. Sometimes while reading the data in panel, the data types of columns are not parsed correctly. To deal with this, you can either explicitly use data types while reading. Yeah. So how do you convert the data type to a specific thing? For example, fat content. Let us look at this one. See now train, right? So train dot d types. So this is the one will give you the data types. See here, right? So in this case, fat content is an object. Category, we have something called category, right? So category, as I told you in the past, we have something called category type, right? So apart from object data type and integer float data type, we have something called category data type. But as a data scientist, we only know of these columns which are assigned with the object data type. Which one is this one? Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think it got disconnected. Net connection is not stable.
Otherwise,
You're able to hear me, right? Okay. Somehow you are able to hear me. Good here. So it got connected now. Okay. So here, what I did, I want to convert this a category type. Look here. So I have converted this a category type. 1 second. Let me do this one. I think I did not do it there, but it shows. I will just put the correct thing here. Okay. So that assignment number 4. So ex21.csv, fine, good. So here, okay, the next step is, as type, item, content, as type, category. The item, fat, content, the data type is category. We have something called category data type, item, fat, content. Now let us check what is the data type. See here, the data type of item, fat, content still remains object. Okay, but here, behind the scene, it still maintains this as this one, right? So category, it behind the scene, it maintains the category only. License expiry, I don't know. I'm getting so many messages now. Fine, category, right? 1 second. D types. Yeah. So rather, 1 second. Let me do one thing. I'm going to assign it to a variable instead. So on the fly, it will get, do like this. Let us do one thing. I am going to shift it to the above one. Yeah, it's already there. And I assigned to this one. Now let us check. 1 second, I just re-execute it and then D types. Now we will see what is happening. And fat content became category. So here, if I don't assign it to a variable, right? See, I just want to I don't want to disturb the data type of my data frame. Instead, on the fly, okay, like, I don't want to assign it back to this one. Sometimes I want to convert it on the fly. And then I won't do some kind of count or something like that, or I won't do some kind of map. We have a map function using which low fat you assign some value, regular fat and high fat you can assign some value. Okay, so in that case you wanted to treat this column as a category, you can on the fly you can use it. Or if you want to make a permanent change to your data frame, so put as type whichever data type, if you want category or if you want to float 64 or int, okay, you can specify the data type of this variable and then assign it back to the same column, so that this one this data type, see, that's what happened, right? Since I assigned it back directly, but initially I tried this one. First I tried this one, and then when I checked the data type, it still remained as object only. And then what I did, I assigned it back to the same variable. I assigned it back to the same variable. Now it became a category data type, right? So I just typed D types category. So this is how you can permanently change the data type, using as type function. The interview, they will ask you how will you change the data type of a the variable on the fly, right? So we have something as type function. Using as type function, we can change the data type of a variable in the pandas data frame. You can use as type. In the parenthesis we specify category. Okay, since we mentioned category, so you need to check it whether this column got converted as a category data type correctly or not. So how do you check the data type? Your data frame name dot D types. What is data frame name? This is nothing but the file which you read it and stored it in a variable, right? This is what your data frame. And after you, as soon as, it's always a best practice, as soon as you read the data and store it in data frame, and what you do is you just check the data type of the data frame. Okay, so you don't have to do some kind of the checks and balances whether the data got copied correctly in the memory. So as long as the memory is concerned, you don't have to do any checks and balances. You don't have to do reconciliation and all. But from the data frame to another data frame, or one file to another file, if you try to copy the data, then you have to do data reconciliation. What is the data reconciliation? For example, so in this column we have low fat, regular, low fat. Are all these columns correctly copied from my data file to the memory? So in this case, we don't have to do it for memory. It does correctly because it's more reliable. And they already tested. It's a tried and tested package. Okay, we don't have to do explicit check. But from this data type, data frame 2, for example, you are going to create another data from train 1. From train to train 1, if you want to copy the data, or while copying the data, if you want to perform any transformation on the fly, then you will have to do reconciliation. Let's not get into reconciliation now. Okay, it is don't worry about it. See. Now, which one is the correct answer? As type. First of all, there is no ASD type. Okay, ASD type. So why they gave you, right? It is confusing. You all must be familiar with D types. First of all, there is nothing called D type. D types. D types will give you the data type. Data frame name, data type. See, data frame name dot D types. If you type the column wise, what are all the data types assigned? Right, what data type assigned to which column, right? What data type assigned to which column by Python pandas. Okay, here, right? But if you want to give your data type, then you need to use as type, not ASD type, as type. So the middle one is the correct answer. Okay, category data is a new feature added to pandas. See, the solution we already mentioned it here. All you need to do is just take this one and copy paste, and one by one, if you are a fresher, new one doesn't try it. So that is the reason why I insisted you. Sorry, I see in this case the first one has square bracket, but in the list you cannot define a key value pair, right? It is wrong. First and foremost, in a list you cannot create a key value pair. Where you will create the key value pair? In the curly braces only. Right? Okay, here also they use the curly braces, here also they use the curly braces, but here it is very obvious. The key, you cannot have the duplicate, you cannot specify like this, right? Urban comma semi-urban, wrong. So the key and value pair should be separated by colon. So this is the key, this is the value, separated by colon, right? So what I would suggest, right, what we will do is turn. So what we are doing is we are simply creating a dictionary. The dictionary, what we are going to do is simply you do the copy paste. That's all. It's very simple, right? You don't have to do too much of thing here, or use single quote. Urban. So urban is capital letter or small letter? Yeah, all caps letter. The first one, right? Urban. Try to understand the concept at least. Okay. I know few of you are not with your laptop. And city. Okay, so he wants us to create a new category called city. That city category should have both urban and semi-urban, right? So wherever you have semi-urban, you put, map it with the city category, new category, semi-urban, and rural village. As it is, right? You have something on rural. You cannot leave it as it is. You need to put it in different village. Okay, village, correct, right? Yeah. Next one is, you need to take the property. You need to select in the property area column only. We have these values, right? In the property area column, look here. In the property area column, you need to combine urban and semi-urban. Let us do one thing. Train. We have only this many number of columns. Yeah, in train we don't have semi-urban here. One second, let me do one thing. Train, it displayed all the record. Let me go to to check this, and I'll make some changes to the data set itself. in the data frame, I go here property area, urban, rural, and we don't have anything called semi-urban. So hence I'm going to say semi-urban, urban. See, whatever the case that you use it, right? Same thing in it. Or let's say if I use capital U, I'll have to use the same capital U there. I'm going to see now I made a change in my data file, right? Save it and then close it. And then see, if you click train here, it will not show the change which you made it there. Listen very carefully. In the data file, whatever change you made it, right? If you just click the data frame name, once again, you cannot. So you need to read the data file once again because you made changes to the data. So the fresh data will get stored now in the data frame called train. So now if I click train and then if I scroll across, see, look here, urban, rural, semi-urban, Indian, urban, right? So then whatever changes I made, it got reflected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this one as U, capital U. Since I mentioned capital U here, I mentioned capital U here. Okay, that's all. The next step is, so this is just a dictionary I'm creating it. So you must be wondering it. See, you are just creating a dictionary, boss. How these changes will go and let's say if I execute this will not get changed, right? This will not going to change. It will remain as it is. Okay, I wanted to put wherever urban and semi-urban is there, I need to replace that by city. So what I need to do is, this is one intermediary step. Okay, the next step is I need to make changes to data frame dot locate. Here you need to use all the rows. Okay, the colon is starting from 0th index to till the end of the rows. From starting from till the end of this row, wherever you find urban and semi-urban, you convert as city. That's all. So what is the column name? Property area. So property area, you will need to put it in a quote here, right? So property area, right? So now we have a function called map function. The interview they will ask you what is map function. Simply you put turn dict, right? So what it does is, this map function will be applied on the property area, and what it does is, while it applies this dictionary, the map function will apply this dictionary on this data. While applying it, it will check whether urban is there, yes, put it in city. Semi-urban is there, put it in city, and rename it as city, and rename it as city. That is what it is going to do. So now we will execute this and we will check whatever here. See, you got some error, property area, you will get error here. So we will see proper key error. There is no column by the name of property area. So look here, what mistake I made it. The column name is underscore property underscore area, but here I forgot see, I intentionally did this so that when you make a beginners, when you make a mistake, when you get a key error, that means when you get a key error, most likely you specify the wrong column name. Then obviously you have to go and check what is the column name. Oh, here underscore I missed it. Okay, fix it. That's all. So now I change the column name. Still I am getting an error. What is the key error? Property area. So what is the problem now? Train dot locate. One second. Here on the right side, see, I did not specify the column name, right? See here, sorry, here I made a mistake. Train property, yeah, replace or map. You can use a map itself, but here he says replace. Okay, we will try these options. Okay, and then we will see how that one is going to work. Okay, and okay, I'm going to say replace. One second. So he says replace, right? So still proper key error. So the key error is proper. One second, let me just read it once again, and then train, and here we have something called property underscore area, right? Train data frame name is train. train dot locate. So for example, you can specify directly like this, property area underscore area. So make mistake. When you make a mistake, you will learn a lot. Look here itself there is a mistake here, right? So property area is an invalid key, none. So you cannot see. What we will do is instead I'm going, locate. I missed out the locate. Even after giving locate, it is throwing an error, right? So it says the property area is not the, it's a key value error, right? So what you need to do is here it is not required. This one is not required. Directly you can specify the property area. Property area, what is the wrong, 1 second, is any spelling mistake here? Property area, right?
There will be additional space, I guess, sir. When I was working with that, there will be additional space after area.
Oh, okay. One more here, huh? It's like this, right? No, 1 second. So for this confusion, what we will do is train dot d types or column names, right? You can give column names, but here also you will not be able to see it. What you do is just specify columns. If you specify, look, what he is saying is exactly correct. See, good Vetri, right? Good observation. See, that's what they mentioned it, the data. Sometimes there is a problem in a data file also, right? This is a real-time scenario. So sometime, right, people will break their head. Man, column name is their property area. I gave the see, initially I did not specify the underscore. Even after specifying the underscore correctly, it says the key error. Key error means column name is wrong. But when you used, see how helpful this one, right? That's why you need to execute train dot the data types. First you need to check the data types, and you need to check the columns also. As part of data exploration, check. Look here, right? A silly mistake. It's not a mistake. They intentionally gave you. In the case of interview, online test, right? They will expect you to, or they will give you something wrong like this. So now what I am going to do is I am going to say you are correct. Sorry. It should work. It works. You are perfectly correct, Vitri. Thanks for coming for my rescue. See, this one I intentionally did it for the students to understand. See, in case of data mistake or in case of the column name did not specify correctly, right? You cannot expect the application want us to give the column name correctly, right? So mistakenly also, right? They may leave one space before the column name, after the column name, right? So okay, now we understood. So now what we will do is we use replace, right? So replace, turn dict, we don't have to do it. Already it is there, right? Already executed. It should be there in the memory. Look here, wherever the urban, semi-urban, it got replaced by city. We have replace option is available, and what we will do is we will try with map also. Okay, and now I'm going to reread the 1 second. So now execute the train once again and see here, property area still urban, rural, semi-urban. You must be wondering, hey, I renamed urban and semi-urban, and wherever urban, semi-urban, I renamed it by city. Why it is not reflecting? But you renamed it on the fly. Display only you renamed it, but you did not make change to data frame. Okay, that point we will go little later. Let us use map also and see map is working fine or not. Map is also working. There is an alternative to replace. We have a function called map. Okay, is there any other alternative? So he mentioned about update. We'll try the update here. We'll try the update. Before we try update, we will just check once again in the data frame. Please concentrate here. If you concentrate, you can learn anything. Okay. Still, I did not make any change. Only for display purpose, right? It got changed, right? Okay, map is also working. Let us use update and see whether update works or not. Okay, so here update executed, there was no error. Now what we will do is we'll click train and see what whether it got changed anything. No, update was not helpful. Update was not helpful, and it is not doing anything. So according to this thing, which one is the correct answer? See, everywhere replace is there, fine, but update was not working, hence you need to ignore this one. Two questions, two solutions, two answers are correct somewhat when you look at the second line, right? But the first line, see here key value pair they mention inside the list. How you define a list? Square bracket. You need to specify in a curly bracket. See guys, fine. Good. So next one we will jump into the assignment 7 and recorded. Okay, especially in the case of supervised machine learning model, you need to split the given data into train and test data set, right? So but you sometimes customers what they say, right? Hey, this is the training data. They themselves will give you the training data set, and they will give you additional data set for test also. This is the test data set, this is the training data set. You need to check whether these two data set columns are matching. Are there any columns are missing in the test data set or in the training data? Both the data set should have same column name, or both the data set should have the same column names or same columns, but it can also have additional columns. But end of the day you need to have same columns. You need to remove the columns that are there here which is not there here. You need to remove it, but you cannot blindly remove it. Look here, how to find which columns are present in test but not in train. Assume data has already been read in data frames train and test respectively. So here what we do is we obviously use minus, right? Difference. You can use difference. Using a set function, we can use the difference, right? I taught you that one. What is the difference? Minus. This is nothing but minus. Can I use the subtraction thing or can I use difference? Which one can I use? But here tested on toList. See, toList is a new command. I did not teach you. 1 second. So that's the reason why I put it. Train dot columns dot toList. toList. So looks here. So display here I just train dot columns gives you the column name like this. But I wanted to display in I wanted to return the columns in the list data type. Look here, square bracket, square bracket. Don't argue me, say here square bracket, but inside this you have parenthesis, right? Index. But I don't want like this. I wanted to see the column names in the form of list data type. toList. Okay, what is that next one? So this is how you need to understand. Okay, test dot columns toList. Minus. See, column level is comparing it. Right, so here what all the columns are there in list format. Here also what column? Subtract this one from this one, train and test data set, right? And then decide. So or both A and B. See here both of them are seems to be same, both A and B. But here what is the problem here? Train dot columns toList, difference set test dot columns dot toList. So you need to find out the columns that are not in training data set, right? So in that case you need to use test data set minus this one, right? Subtract the difference the test and this. You need to use the test as the basic thing, and then you need to compare it. You need to compare this. Try all these things one after another, but try it this way. Test dot columns, what it gives. So in this case train dot columns. Look here, in this case train dot columns, right? Train dot columns toList. First check one by one. Don't execute the entire command. Just make it piece by piece. Okay, first of all what this one gives. Okay, next if I use set, what it is going to for, this is for beginners. Okay, set of This one will give a parenthesis, right? Yeah, look here, curly braces. Set, will give in curly braces, but here it gives you in list thing. But first of all, if you use set function, it will get converted as a this one, right? The dictionary type of the set data type. Yeah, you need to convert it as a set function. Set this data frame name dot columns, and then this data frame name dot column, right? So the difference. This is Venn diagram A, Venn diagram B. What is the difference between these two, right? Minus this, right? This one will give you the columns that are missing, which are there in test data, but that is not there in training data set. You can find out using which. Okay, EX3 and EX4. So the product ID, 1 second. With this, I'm going to stop because you need to try everything. If I do everything, then what are you going to do, right? Everything seems to be simple, but you need to try it out. You need to break your head. Okay. Fine. So this is the assignment, right? And also how to practice. Don't copy paste or you cannot copy paste it. You will have to type it. Don't type entire thing. First you try with set train dot columns. Okay, and then try with set train, or just try trains dot columns dot to list, and then see what you are getting it. If you are not able to understand, okay, leave it. Create a new cell and set inside the parenthesis, you type it, like how I did it. Experienced guys, please bear with me. Okay, with this I'm not going to repeat again and again. Look here. So this is the one I'm talking about, to list, right? See, in this call, I have Vetri with me. Vetri is, he is part of finance department. He has no programming. Now he picked up like anything. Nothing else. It's not a rocket science. Simply sit. You need to dedicate time per day minimum. If you don't have programming background, per day on an average, you'll have to spend minimum 2 hours time. That's all. I'm not saying 8 hours. 2 hours every day you need to spend it. Or if you spend more time, that's all. You can challenge me. Hey Satya, nee enna periyale. Right off. So to list, you type like this and then use set function and see the output. So here curly brace is there and here square bracket is there, right? That is the difference. So set function, if you try this one separately, look here, train dot columns. If I give like this without to list, what happens? So it is something index, something like this, right? D type equal to object. It's a index values and all. It gives me D type is object. It is not much helpful. To list, if you give the output of the column names, display it in list format. Or if I want to display it in set form, why I need to convert to set format? The reason why I have to convert it as the to list, convert the output list, but I am going to convert the list as a set data type. The reason, because with set data type you can do the Venn diagram thing, right? Set operations like minus, A union B, A intersection B, intersect, union, difference, everything you can do it in a much faster way using set. That's the reason why you need to convert the list into set. So these things, when you do it, you need to do it step by step. Like you need to analyze it. What is happening? Only then you will be able to understand, right? Everything cannot be taught. But still, I taught you how to learn or understand the programming part in a much faster way. You follow my instructions strictly, okay? Here I am not, nobody is great, nobody is less. All are equal here, okay? Fine. So here, try this one, map. Map I showed you, right? Instead of using replace also you can use it, map also you can use it. Both of them, using both you can achieve the same functionality. Wherever the male is there, you put it 1. Wherever the female is there, put it 0. But here male is not there, instead M is there. Replace F by 0, replace M by 1. Male now 1, female is 0, right? So how do you replace it? Use the dictionary. In the dictionary, key value pair, right? So the key and value are separated by colon, comma, key and value. Here the key is F, colon 0, but this F is a string data type, right? Put it in a quote and curly braces. Map is a function, hence you need to put it in a parenthesis, right? Train.gender.map as type. See here, this one will assign 1 0. So here f, where and all f is there, put 0, where and all m is there, put 1. But still it will remain as a string data type only, object data type. You need to convert that explicitly as type. Not only converting that as an integer data type is sufficient, you need to assign it back to the same column. But here ix will not work. Instead use LOC, train.loc. Okay. Try this one. Okay. It is 9 o'clock already, right? So we started by 7:30. So what you do is in the next half an hour at least you spend some time. Watch my video. I'll share this video. Right, we will start or fresh from tomorrow. Okay, so you try all these commands at least for the next half an hour. I shared the link also, and you just to check your WhatsApp. Okay, I would request you at least a weekend, right? Please check your WhatsApp at least frequently, or at least every once in 2 hours, right? You check it. But in my case, every 5 minutes once I'll check it out. Every few minutes, every 2 minutes I'll check it out. But I'm not asking you to do that, so you don't have to do it.